Welcome to part 3 of my discussion with Joe DeRaffaelli. By now you've seen that we provide some really good pointers for realtors. I've heard some great feedback from many of you, so hopefully you will like this one too. Let's pick up where Joe asks me what I intend to do heading into 2024 to thrive even in this tough market.
As we look at the marketplace, and clearly neither one of us have a crystal ball, right? But we have an idea of some things that are going to happen as we move into 2024. You and I have been very strategic in surrounding ourselves with other top quality professionals that can add to the conversation.
Yeah.
But I want to hear from you moving into 2024. Not what the market's going to do, because it's going to do whatever it's going to do. Is what is Cody Lewis going to do as he's moving into, we're moving into this next year. What does that look like? Like, what are the things that you're taking on? What are your objectives? And,
Yeah, so I've shared with you before something that I'm not usually willing to admit to the masses, and maybe now that's what I'm going to be doing.
Public declaration coming up.
I've always given myself sort of like a B- grade on following up with my previous clients. And to the outside observer, it's like, oh, Cody's got all of his stuff together. He must, because he's very successful as a real estate agent. But if I'm being honest with my buddy Joe, I need to do better at that. I have clients that I have not spoken with that I had a great relationship with, had a great transaction with, and I haven't spoken with them in years.
I love this conversation.
I mean, this is the lowest hanging fruit there is.
Yep.
And I know there's going to be some heartache in that.
So can I give you a script?
Yeah.
Because I've gone through this multiple times throughout my career.
Perfect.
So it's very simple. I'm going to do a little role play.
Sure.
So I'm calling you. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Cody, it's Joe D. And first, before you fall out of the chair, yes, it's been a while since we've talked, and I want to start off by apologizing to you because we had such a great connection during the time of helping you buy or sell. And I feel awful. I've been so busy the last couple of years, I have not reached out to see how you're doing. But I wanted you to know that I sincerely want to know, how's the family?
They're doing great. Thank you for asking.
It's over.
Yep.
All the drama, all the stuff that I built up. And I'm going to tell you what I have heard more times than not from people. On the other end, they're like, oh no, I owe you an apology too, because I haven't reached out and everything else. And I'm like, great. And it just like, we ended that little, elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Because if I call, here's the deal. If I call you, go, hey, Cody, it's Joe D. I'm calling all my past clients to see who you want to buy or sell a home. You're going to be like, dude, I haven't heard from you in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is, 6 months. No, that's not the time for
well,
this.
that's the fear that I have is like, I don't want people to think I'm calling them just because I'm in realtor mode now or just because the market got tough, And I do genuinely want to know how they're doing. The other fear that I have that I know stops me, if I'm being honest, is that I'm afraid they're going to say, oh, yeah, I sold my house last year.
Hey, they might.
And
painful lesson.
That when that happens, it's happened to me a few times. When that happens to me, the interesting thing is that usually they have somebody else they can refer me to, though.
Yeah.
And so just making those calls to people from the past will drum up so much business. It's unbelievable.
Well, here's what I can guarantee, and I can guarantee this. If you don't call them now, they are going to buy or sell through somebody else.
Yeah.
Because the more and more time goes on, I mean, look, I tell people all the time, I know you have 10 to 12 real estate agents that you know, unless you don't leave the house, right? Everybody knows somebody. So I'm okay with it. And I've had that conversation just like you have, and they've said it, and I'm like, hey, good for you. Where'd you wind up buying? And I need to sincerely put my ego aside. I didn't do my job.
Yep.
I didn't keep in contact, but I still need to root for that human being and be like, what happened? Where'd you go?
Yeah.
How do you like it? Like genuinely be excited for them.
You made me think of something that I lots of times tell agents that I'm mentoring. I say, if you don't call them, I'm going to. Because I might give myself a B- on the following up with my previous clients, but I give myself an A+ on finding the next guy.
Amen.
And if that's your client, I'm going to take them. So you might as well give that
Might
call.
as well give it a go.
Yeah.